Hello. In this video, we'll take a look at variations 29, 30, and 31. These three variations are sometimes called the slow movement of this piece, sometimes the trilogy. Whatever it is, it's gorgeous. They are all really beautiful. They're slow, they're introspective, and all in C minor. And if you remember from the last video, we just came through the 4 variations forming the cornerstone group, where in Kinderman's words, Beethoven is pivoting from the Diabelli world now into Beethoven's inner world. And it couldn't be more true. This is really into Beethoven's feelings. So, what Diabelli said in 8 measures with the theme, the first 2 phrases, let me just refresh your memory. That was the first phrase. That's the second phrase. Beethoven now says all of that in just 2 measures. We all know how hard it is to say something with the least amount of words. Well, Beethoven does this with music. Amazing. Second phrase. And then he continues on with the chromatic and repeat. 1 measure for every 2 measures that Diabelli used. The other point in this variation that I want to show you is his use of the D-flat harmony, which is like a ray of sunshine. Here it comes. Isn't that beautiful? And then he starts with the chromatic and it goes right back to C minor. The next variation, variation 30, was the only variation that was from the original 23 Beethoven wrote in 1819. Things to look at here are how he uses his voices. He basically has 4 voices. In the bass, he says this. And then the tenor comes in and mimics that. Then the alto. My pinky with the soprano, and then he goes to that D-flat harmony and he has the repeated notes. Gorgeous. And he continues along with that. In this variation, he doesn't follow the exact structure of the theme, but he does repeat only the ending, the chromatic repeat, but it doesn't sound like anything we've heard before. It's very mysterious and like Beethoven is searching for something. Here's that D-flat, ray of sunshine. This leads us into one of the most gorgeous pieces of music ever written. This is variation 31. Charles Rosen compares it to Bach's variation 25 of the Goldberg, that very gorgeous aria-like plaintive variation. Here is what Beethoven does. Second phrase. Repeated notes. And it continues on. He goes in through the chromatics. Now what I want to point out here is, do you remember that original flick in the beginning? The upper note main note, one below. So it's actually right here. But it adds that minor E flat right at the end. Now he also has a ray of hope. He uses the key of E flat, and that foreshadows the upcoming fugue. So here we are at the end, C minor. Now the change is beginning. Right there. And he continues on. So that's it for the 3 minor variations of the Diabelli.